When you watch the high jump today, it's a mesmerizing display of athletes seemingly defying gravity, arching their backs in an almost mystical way. But this elegant technique we now know as the Fosbury flop wasn't always the way athletes cleared the bar. Let's take a fascinating journey through time. In the early days of competitive high jumping, around the 1800s, athletes used what we'd now consider pretty basic techniques. They'd simply run straight at the bar and jump over it scissor style, much like how you might hop over a fence. It wasn't particularly efficient, but it got the job done. Then came the Western roll in the early 1900s, where jumpers would roll their bodies horizontally over the bar. This was followed by the straddle technique, which dominated the sport for decades. Athletes would approach the bar at an angle and roll their bodies face down over it. It looked uncomfortable, but it was effective for its time. But everything changed in 1968 at the Mexico City Olympics. That's when Dick Fosbury introduced what looked like madness to the watching world. Instead of facing the bar, he turned his back to it. Instead of rolling over, he arched his back and flopped over head first, landing on his shoulders. People thought he was crazy, until he won gold. The Fosbury flop revolutionized the sport. It's not just about going backwards over the bar, it's about creating a body position that allows your center of mass to actually pass under the bar while your body goes over it. It's pure physics meets athletic brilliance. Speaking of brilliance, let's talk about the current world record. It stands at an incredible 2.45 meters, set by Javier Sotomayor of Cuba in 1993. Think about that. That's like jumping over a bar higher than most basketball hoops. What's even more fascinating is that this record has stood for over 3 decades now, making it one of track and field's longest standing records. Sotomayor's jump wasn't just about height, it was about perfect technique, timing, and explosive power. When you watch the footage, you can see how he converts his horizontal speed into vertical lift, creating that perfect arch over the bar. It's like watching poetry in motion. The fact that no one has been able to break this record in 30 years speaks volumes about just how exceptional that jump was. While we've seen improvements in almost every other track and field event, thanks to better training, nutrition, and technology, the high jump record remains tantalizingly out of reach. Today, the sport continues to evolve, with athletes fine-tuning every aspect of their approach, takeoff, and flight phase. They use video analysis, biomechanics studies, and advanced training techniques to try to squeeze out every possible centimeter of height. What started as a simple jump has transformed into one of track and field's most technical and visually spectacular events. It's a perfect example of how human innovation, courage to try something different, and the relentless pursuit of excellence can push the boundaries of what we thought was possible.